We begin with that worldwide outage of Microsoft computers caused by a deficit in an update in CrowdStrike security software. Disrupted many government and businesses today, with fixes expected to take days.
So Dan Gross has been following the outage all day. And Dan, an update coming in from Monroe County less than 15 minutes ago. What can you tell us?
Adam, Teresa, now when all this first happened, the county said they had about 3,500 computers out of service. But then the county executive posted on Facebook and Twitter that about 2,000 of those machines have been fixed already. For some background, the outage happened around 3:30 a.m. American Eastern Time. In terms of service disruption, the county saying earlier today that 911 is still working. As far as we know, it's still running on backup power. The county adding that the county office building, county clerk's office, all of the DMVs, and the Department of Public Health's public-facing operation and health clinics were all closed today because of this outage. The city of Rochester, just to put this in here, says 311 has been down all day. And in terms of other closures, there are parking, traffic violations, and building and zoning permit offices were also closed because of the outage. The county IT department called this fix relatively easy, but they said it takes a lot of time to both do these automatic and manual updates. But the county executive said this in today's briefing.
And luckily we were able to start with that automated process, but again, it's very slow, and so that's going to keep operating in the background. But then we can deploy our team in a priority way to make sure that the departments, particularly around safety and health, and those things get up first.
As for local towns, Irondequoit posted on Facebook this morning that all of its business operations were down and would be delayed until all the fixes come in. Pittsford, meanwhile, closed its town hall for today and added that their library is paper transactions only. Fitting for a library, if I might add. Reporting in the studio, Dan Gross, News 8.
All right, Dan, thank you for that update. Now, in response to this massive outage, we did talk with Paul Robinson, the founder of a computer and network security company called Tempest Network. He tells us this isn't going to be all that easy to figure out.
The problem with this is that it's a manual fix that needs to take place with the computers or any devices that were impacted. So it's actually someone that physically is having to go to a server or a computer and then run the updated patch alongside of that.
And as that expert tells us, the outage may not be fixed until Sunday at the earliest.
Meantime, with today's outage, passengers at the Rochester airport were hit with cancellations and delays. Many tried to find alternate routes to their destinations. Others had to cancel plans altogether.
Everything was shut down. They couldn't rebook the flight. Their computer was just pretty much dead. So I couldn't rebook, couldn't do anything, couldn't get on my flight, so that's why I'm heading home.
I've been through flight delays and cancellations, but nothing this huge. And this was nationwide. Go back to the pandemic, of course, but this is totally different.
No word yet on when flight bookings for select airlines can resume.
And when it comes to local hospitals, officials with URMC say as of 4 o'clock this evening, all patient care facilities in Monroe County are open. This includes pharmacies and labs. We're told at this time all but 2 labs are open. Officials emphasize facilities are still dealing with computer issues, making things difficult for staff. Facilities also dealing with schedule delays as a result of this. While operations through the weekend are expected to be maintained, officials say anyone with a weekend appointment that needs to be rescheduled due to the outage will be contacted directly.